Welcome to Club Libertas, the private membership club for the modern mystic. We live in an era obsessed with image, with aesthetics, with status, luxury cars, exotic trips, designer everything. But behind all of it, there's a hollow echo. A question most people run from: what am I actually doing with my life? You see, the real flex isn't what you wear, it's what you contribute. The real luxury isn't freedom from work. It's doing work that makes you feel alive. The kind of work that makes your heartbeat match your mission. You weren't born to just consume. You were built to create, to carry weight, to shape something. That's what it means to be useful. And in a world that glorifies comfort, distraction, and passive income, being useful is now rare, but rare things are powerful. Element 1. The lie of luxury. Without purpose, society will sell you a dream. Make enough money so you never have to work again. Retire at 30, sit on a beach, drink cocktails while the world burns behind you. But that dream, it's poison in disguise, because the minute a man stops contributing, he starts decaying. Men are not designed to be idle. We are made to move, to build, to serve. Look around. How many rich men are miserable? They have the house, the car, the lifestyle, but inside, there's no spark, no meaning, no mission. Why? Because when you live only for yourself, you shrink. When your world becomes about your pleasure, your comfort, your gain, your soul starves. The human spirit needs more than dopamine. It needs direction. Purpose is what keeps your fire alive when comfort has lulled everyone else to sleep. And the irony, the more you run from purpose, the heavier your life feels. But when you embrace it, even the hardest days have meaning, because it's not about ease, it's about impact. Element 2. The purpose-driven man walks differently. There's a shift that happens when a man has purpose. He wakes up with clarity, he moves with force, he doesn't chase, he builds. And because of that, he doesn't break easily. He's not rattled by criticism, he's not seduced by trends, he's not distracted by noise. Why? Because his mind is gripped by a mission greater than himself. That kind of man becomes magnetic because he's rare, he's rooted, he doesn't live for likes, he lives for legacy. And the world can't help but feel his gravity. Purpose transforms how you show up in every room. You become sharp, present, precise, not scattered, not reactive, not weak. You lead. You move through life with a quiet intensity, a controlled fire. You don't need to convince anyone. Your actions speak first. The man with purpose doesn't wait for direction. He is the direction. He doesn't fall apart in adversity. He adapts, he absorbs the hit, and keeps moving. Because when you have purpose, obstacles don't feel like walls. They feel like the work. Element 3. Usefulness isn't just service, it's sovereignty. Let's make something clear. Being useful doesn't mean becoming a slave. It doesn't mean being walked on. It doesn't mean putting everyone else before yourself. No, usefulness is power. To be useful is to be needed, to be relied upon, to be a man of substance. People can ignore flash, but they never ignore function. You become irreplaceable not by talking more, but by solving problems no one else wants to face. You build a mind others come to in crisis. You become the calm in chaos. You make things better wherever you go. That's how you command respect without asking for it. That's how you lead without shouting. That's how you win rooms without trying. The useful man holds the real leverage, because when everyone else is performing, he's producing, and the one who produces rules. You don't need a crown when your value is undeniable. You don't need attention when your presence moves things. You don't need applause when your results speak. Usefulness gives you sovereignty over your time, your choices, your direction, because you're not waiting to be chosen. You choose yourself. Element 4. Purpose doesn't find you. You forge it. Too many people wait. They sit around hoping purpose will knock on their door like a delivery. It doesn't. Purpose doesn't show up fully formed. It's not found in some Instagram quote or a TED Talk. It's built, earned, forged in fire. You don't find purpose. You create it by doing hard things, by taking on responsibility, by saying yes to challenges others avoid. You get closer to your purpose every time you make your life less about you and more about what you're becoming. Purpose is built in the trenches, in those quiet mornings where you show up before the world is awake, in those late nights where no one sees the work but you, in those battles where you keep your word even when no one's watching. Want to find your mission? Start here. What are you willing to suffer for? What weight are you built to carry? What fire keeps you moving when motivation dies? Follow that. Because that's where your usefulness lives, not in comfort, but in contribution. Purpose is forged in discipline, and discipline is a daily choice, not a feeling. It's walking into the fire every day knowing you're becoming something sharper. Element 5. Build a life that matters, not just one that looks good at the end of your life. No one's going to care about your outfit, or your follower count, or your luxury watch collection. What they'll remember is what you stood for, what you built, who you lifted, what you left behind. That's real wealth. That's power. A life that meant something. We don't remember the men who had the most. We remember the ones who gave the most. The world is starving for men of purpose, men who move different, men who carry weight, men who step up, not just for themselves, but for something higher. So ask yourself, are you just here to take up space? Or are you here to build something that will still echo after you're gone? Make yourself useful. In your work, in your relationships, in your thinking, in your legacy. Because once you do that, you stop chasing fulfillment and start embodying it. You stop needing the world to give you worth and start becoming the source of value yourself. There's nothing more dangerous than a man who no longer seeks validation because he knows he's valuable. There's nothing more powerful than a man who's aligned with purpose and moves with no apology. This is Club Libertas, where the modern mystic is not just wise, but useful, where your silence carries weight because your actions speak for you, where your value isn't posted, it's proven, where your life is not a brand, it's a mission. So the next time you wonder what real luxury is, don't look at the watch. Look at the weight you carry, the lives you impact, the man you're becoming. Be the man others depend on, the man who doesn't just exist, but matters, because luxury fades, but usefulness echoes forever.